been a lot of eloquence up here today. When I walked in this room last night, my second time to have been in this room, all I could think was, this is the way you do things right. Thanks to you.
Thank you, sir.
And everywhere you walk around this room, out in the halls and in the rooms that are attached to it, the same thing applies. How to make focus for your program and for your university and for the people for whom you work. That is really a model for everybody else. It can't always be done like that, but his personality is such and his insistence is such and has been for such a long time that this is very, very special place. I am deeply honored by this. I'm not sure how I got here, but I do know this, that I have a few friends who really have stood beside me, and one of them is this lady who's worked with me for 25 years who is very special, and I've been the beneficiary of the good fortune of not having her go anywhere else to work up to this point, at any rate, and I am eternally grateful for that friendship. She was a student of mine at both her undergraduate college and her graduate school, and I can't be more grateful to the work that goes on that I sometimes don't even see, because she is one of the smartest, most wonderful people and hardest working individuals that I know. My other assistant, Roy, over here is here today with his family. He was also a student of mine in his undergraduate and graduate school, and I am very grateful for his many years with us now. I think we have the longest reigning staff in the Southeastern Conference, and that has benefited us greatly. Roy has stood by my side through thick and thin and been a great supporter. And as a staff, we don't always agree, but I will tell you that I think philosophically we do, and everything that we do is for the benefit of our students. I'm very proud to have my family here, and my oldest son, Frank, and my brother, George. George, in such a great singing voice, in 1957, he was in the MENC All-National High School Choir. And on that same concert was the band and the orchestra, and Bob Foster up there from Kansas, and that picture up there was in the band in the same year George sang in the choir. So that's a very special thing. I'm not sure George knows that, but I wanted to say that because he's here. Two of my very, very favorite students are here today, because I didn't start the doctoral program till 2002 in wind conducting at LSU. And I'm very proud and very honored to have Dr. Corey Sperlin and Dr. Rebecca Phillips here, both of whom are working in Southeastern Conference universities as associate directors of bands. Corey at Auburn and Becky at South Carolina, and it pleases me no end to have you both make the trip over here. My longest student in college teaching is sitting right here, this gentleman here, who went on to be a wonderful sax player and join the Air Force and had a 20-year career conducting in the Air Force, and now is finishing by coming back to LSU and came back, left the band position, came back to teach an open position in ROTC for a couple of years on our campus, and then was accepted into the doctoral program in music education. Alan walked into my office at Florida in my first year as my saxophone student. So Major Alan Clark, I'd like to have him stand up too, and along with these other people. Thank you, Corey, because they know more about me than I want them to tell. So at any rate, ladies and gentlemen, this is a great, great privilege for me to be inducted into this room with these people who are up here, who I have admired, many of whom I have known, and I just, I'm very, very humbled by this. It is truly the greatest honor of my life. Thank you.
And now we'd like to ask Frank and Dr. Morehouse to please come to the stage. Dr. Ray Kramer, because of an operation, could not be here today, but he has been elected to the Hall of Fame, and we will have his presentation of his certificate at a later date. But I've asked the Executive Secretary of the National Band Association to unveil his picture, because Ray, if you're listening, we'll send you a tape of this. We appreciate you so much, and we are looking forward to seeing you when you get well real soon. And so now Dr. Morehouse will unveil his portrait.